And we're live. Hi, Kelsey.
Hello.
We are so excited to be here today, you guys. We are going to talk about something that so many women struggle with, including ourselves at times. And this is expecting results overnight and then feeling totally defeated when things aren't changing fast enough. Anybody been there? Right? But first, we want to tell you we're so happy that you're here. If it's your first time tuning in, please let us know where you're tuning in from. I am from Minnesota, and Miss Kelsey is from Wisconsin. And we are your Real Strong Mom coaches. We're super excited to meet you. And before we dive into how long it really takes to see results, I'm going to give you a little backstory, and Kelsey's going to do the same. So, again, if it's your first time, drop where you're tuning in from in the comments because we would love to know. So anywho, I'm Melanie. I am a 40-year-old mama of 3, and I created Real Strong Mom in 2017. And this was a few years after I had my last baby, and it was shortly after I started lifting weights and quickly realized that lifting weights was something more women needed to know about. I had always only moved my body to lose weight. I had always only done cardio and exercise to burn calories and lose weight. So when I started lifting and I felt differently, it was something that I was like, oh my gosh, I need to shout this from the rooftops. Like everybody needs to know about this. I remember telling my husband, I was like, okay, I think I need to be a personal trainer. And he was like, I thought you wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm like, I do, but I'm gonna do both. And I did, and I did. I got certified as a personal trainer, and I started to learn about hormonal fat loss coaching, and also quickly realized that the women that I was working with, they didn't need another diet. I didn't need another diet, right? There is a $1 billion diet industry out there that we don't want to be a part of. Like seriously, right? So I developed a passion for healthy lifestyle. And strength training was a huge part of it. But so what started as a passion for strength training, and women need to know about this, developed into a passion for this anti-diet, real strong mom philosophy. So I took my passion for teaching women about healthy lifestyle and I turned it into the most incredible program, which we're here to talk to you about today. And that is the Real Strong Mom program. Okay. So back in 2017, got certified, did the things, created an online membership. And it is at your fingertips support for fitness, nutrition, mindset, and so much more. So if that's something that excites you, if you're like been there, done that with the diets, we're so glad you're here. Okay. So 8 years later, here we are chatting about the most amazing program and community. We are women helping women lose weight and live healthy without dieting. Okay. It's one of the most special things. Our program has changed the lives of so many women who are just done with the temporary fix and ready for sustainable change. So that brings me to Kelsey. A few years into Real Strong Mom, Kelsey came on as my virtual assistant, quickly developed a love for the program herself, and she has since then become our mindset go-to guru. And I love that she has taken her passion for that and brought it into the club. So I'll let her introduce herself now.
Hi, everybody. As Melanie has introduced me, I am Kelsey, and I came onto the scene of Real Strong Mom 4 years ago with like an active lifestyle. I was always into like cheerleading and dance growing up. I was into weightlifting in my early 20s. Never had like any nutrition piece in my life that I was following because I felt like I didn't have to. And then I had kids and everything changed. My body changed. My mental health completely changed, which I'll get into in a second. But I was craving feeling like me again and feeling like I had the support to get myself back to being myself. And that's where Real Strong Mom came in. And I started on the back end as Melanie's virtual assistant. And once I immersed myself in the program and started helping myself again, everything started to change. The weight started coming off. I was started feeling more strong and confident, and I had energy all naturally. Um, but I was struggling with anxiety, and that anxiety came after I had my babies. I was diagnosed with postpartum anxiety. I was on medication for a few years, and just recently, probably within the last year or so, I'm actually medication free, and I Seriously, I owe it, and I will credit the Real Strong Mom program and the ladies of the coaching club for this, okay? Because the program has taught me how to take care of myself, and the ladies have been there to like hold my hand and support me all the way through, and that has been seriously life changing for me. So dealing with all of this mental health stuff, I became obsessed with self care and mental health, mental wellness, all the things, self love. So I just kind of like evolved into this coach position. And now I'm here to share, my story and how things could change for you if you apply the basics to your life as well. So I'm very grateful to be here. It's been life changing for me. And I'm super excited that I get to coach women just like you to change your life too.
Yay. Oh my gosh.
Yay.
Listening to your story just makes me think about all the women that we have impacted, and your story is like so many of them. It's like these women come into our program and they're blown away by how easy it is to just start incorporating these healthy habits, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this thing, and all credit goes to you, that person, not some diet, not like, oh, I did how'd you lose all the weight, I did this diet. No, it's like I changed my lifestyle for this,
Yeah.
and then what happens is like you want to share about it. And that happened for me. It was like I immersed myself in the healthy lifestyle and the strength training, all the things. And I was like, okay, people need to know. And then you did the same. So, and we have 30 some Real Strong Mom ambassadors, women who have come into the program and said the same thing. Like, hey, this is so amazing. I need to tell other people about it. So I just love that so much.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
I love being here.
Yay. All right. So we better just dive in. So back to why we're here. We are here to talk about how long it really takes to see results. So let's dive in, okay? If you have ever said, I'm doing everything right, but nothing is changing. If you have ever said, why is this taking so long? Or how do I know if it's even working? Then this conversation is absolutely for you. We're going to break it down for you today, because when you're showing up and it still feels like you're not making any progress, it can be really easy to throw in the towel. But that mindset, that's what keeps so many people stuck. And we do not want that for you. Okay. So here's what we're diving into today: how long it really takes to lose weight and see physical changes, why the scale is not the boss of you, and all the sneaky signs of progress that are happening even when the scale won't budge.
Mm-hmm. So let's just start here. We've been trained to expect instant gratification. We want 2-day shipping on our habits, right? Yeah, 2-day shipping. But real lasting progress is more like planting a garden. You water it, you tend to it, and nothing seems to happen at first. But then one day you look out at that garden and you go, oh my gosh, everything is growing and everything is changing. The basics work, but they work over time. And they work because you repeat them. That's the real secret. The women who succeed are not doing flashy, extreme things. They're seriously not. Like the women on Instagram who are getting fit and all the things and changing their life, they're not doing anything crazy. I promise you. Okay. They're doing simple things consistently. Things like drinking water consistently, moving their body every day, even if it's just for a walk, eating meals that are balanced and built around protein and produce, sleeping, managing stress, paying attention to how food makes them feel, and most importantly, coming back to those habits when they fall off track. Sounds kind of boring, but it's the truth.
So true.
Yeah, that's the game. And if you
Yep.
can wrap your head around the fact that slow does not mean not working, you'll be unstoppable.
Agreed, agreed, agreed. And I just seriously love that garden analogy so much. Honestly, right behind the camera is my front yard. And it's some snow and mostly just like bare trees and grayness. And I'm telling you, one day there's going to be little green buds on the things.
Mhm.
And the next day it's just going to explode. Like it's
Yeah.
so crazy when spring comes and we're just like, oh, like, whoa,
Yeah.
that happened so fast. Like everything just turns green. And that is exactly how this is. Like you don't see the progress. Like right now, those little buds that you can't see out there, they're there. They're there. They're ready to pop out, and they're going to pop out one day. And that's the progress. It's like under the surface, right? It's like you can't see what's working. Have you ever heard that analogy where it's like, okay, I think it's in the book Atomic Habits, but if you put an ice cube on the table, okay, what is it? Something to do with like when it turns from and you start to raise the temperature. So 32 degrees in the room, right? And the ice
Mhm.
cube is frozen because that's the temperature of freezing, right? Okay, don't quote me on any of this because I'm just like throwing it out there. But, and then the temperature slowly starts to rise. It's 33 degrees, it's 34 degrees. And all of a sudden, that ice cube starts to melt. And it wasn't like instantaneous, it was like,
Yeah.
it's like a slow evolution,
Or
maybe.
like you can't even tell it's happening.
You can't.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. So, anywho, there are going to be days when you feel like you're absolutely crushing it. And then there are going to be days where you're scraping yourself off the floor just to drink your water and make a half decent lunch. That's normal. Not every single day you're going to blow it out of the water or the park or whatever that analogy is, okay? Because progress is not a straight line. It's a messy, tangled, beautiful journey. We were talking about this in the club the other day about the messy, tangled journey, and it was like, and it's like a messy, tangled ball of yarn with little sparkly beads in it. And I was like, that's so true because
Yeah.
it's messy and tangly and that sounds gross and yucky. But when you put in the little sparkly beads, you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
like there are days that are sparkly beads, right? Totally, totally right. Okay. So anyway, it's messy, tangled, beautiful journey. And the biggest trap we see is women thinking they've failed because things aren't changing fast enough on the outside. Okay. But if you zoom out, you start to see that a lot is shifting. Okay. Your energy is better. You're less bloated. You're craving real food more often. Oh my gosh, this happens all the time in the coaching club. It's like women start to eat like more produce and protein and all the things. And then they have like, I don't know, they go like and splurge on pizza one night and they're like, oh my gosh, like
The
they just
worst
realized
decision.
quickly like
Yeah.
that like their body was like, oh, we should have had a salad with that. You know what I mean? Or something like
Yeah.
that. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's a time and place for all of it, but sometimes having that healthy balance is really good too. So anyway, your walks feel easier. Maybe you're making better choices. You're sleeping better at night. Maybe you're making better choices without thinking so hard, right? All of those are signs that your body is responding. You're just not giving yourself enough credit. And listen, we're not saying that the scale doesn't matter at all because most of the women that come into our program are looking for weight loss and we are here to support that, okay? But something that happens is the healthy habits, the healthy lifestyle, the weight is a byproduct, okay? So we have the actions. Those are the actions we have to take to get to the weight loss, okay? The actions. We have to do the actions, okay? Okay, so we're not saying that the scale doesn't matter at all, but if that's the only thing you're tracking, you're missing the big picture. And when it comes to how long it takes to see results, honestly, it's not about a set timeline. It's about how long you can keep showing up. Okay. How long can you be consistent? How long can you repeat, recommit, and keep it simple instead of giving up? Because the answer isn't in the timeline, it's in the follow through.
Yeah. And I have a real life example right now since we're talking about the scale. My scale has not budged in quite some time, but just this week I had to go out and buy jeans that fit me in a smaller size, and I had to get different leggings because my husband was like, your leggings are too big for you. I was like, you're right, I do. I have to keep pulling them up all the time. So those
Yes.
are two non-scale victories where I was like, okay, things are changing. I'm not seeing the number change on the scale, but that doesn't really matter because things are changing. I'm just not noticing them. That was
Okay.
kind of like my garden moment.
That is,
I was
I
like,
love
oh,
that.
damn.
A
Yeah.
hashtag garden moment.
Hashtag garden
Um,
moment.
I was just thinking as you were saying that. So, what is some other data that you could collect or you could share? Because I see you're working out much more consistently, right?
Heck yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a huge one.
And I think that's part of it because my
Yep.
eating is still, I don't know why, but I cannot get my eating completely under control.
Yeah.
I am very much a roller coaster.
Yep.
But my movement has been on fire and
Mhm.
the results are just happening. Um, and I'm not even like focused on it now. I'm just kind of like moving makes me feel extremely good. And I'm focusing on strength as well. I just shared in the club that I hit a new PR with my benching, which is really cool because I hate bench presses.
Yeah.
That was like a really big deal for me. And those are things where I'm like, dang, things are happening. And I'm
Yes.
not even like realizing them, but now I want to
Yep.
like celebrate it, you know?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I was thinking about your walking too. Like you have the walking pad and you got the weighted vest and just like little tiny things, little tiny steps
Mhm.
where though that's the data we need to be tracking. Like, okay, a year ago I wasn't walking at all. Now I'm walking, 10,000 steps a day or 10,000 steps a few times a week, or I'm taking
Yeah.
more outdoor walks. Like these are little tiny things that are adding up over time. And like she said, she's not even really focused on it anymore. It's just happening. It's part of who she is and what she does. And that's what we want these real life habits to be in your life, right?
Yeah.
Because when they become who you are, they become effortless in your life. It isn't something that you turn off or turn on. It's just who you are. It's just what you do.
Yeah. Yep.
Good. Good.
So if you are only watching the scale, it's like judging your entire life by your bank account balance on one random Tuesday. It doesn't tell you the whole story. So here's what we recommend. We kind of just touched on all of this. We want you to track your energy, track your mood, your sleep, your strength, your stress, your hunger levels, your digestion, your habits. Those things will tell you if it's working. And I mean, another big thing is me being off of my medication is because I'm taking care of myself. I am moving, which helps with my anxiety and stress and all of those things.
Mhm.
Doing the mindset work in the club all the time is super helpful. So many things that I should be paying attention to, and now it's all like clicking because it's all happening for me,
Mhm.
instead of focusing on that dang scale. And it does take time, I will say, because this is all
Yeah.
about how long it takes. This has taken time, and it has taken time to stay consistent to finally see these things and be patient, trust the process.
Yes.
So, this is also a good reminder that you are never starting over if you keep showing up. Even when you feel off track, you're still in the game. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to keep moving forward. Do the next best thing, then the next. That's where progress lives. And if things have felt complicated lately, go back to the basics. Just pick one. Seriously, just pick one. Maybe it's water before coffee, or a solid lunch plate, or taking a walk every day. Choose something and recommit to it like you are a newbie to the basics.
Brand new, brand new. Get back to the nitty gritty. Like, what is this like simple, so simple habit that I can't not do it, right?
Yeah.
That's how I always look at it. Like, you want to like dumb it down to like the very like very
Yeah.
like what can I do and even my craziest day, my hardest day, that's where you want to take that habit. That's where you want
Yeah.
to take it, right? And I
100.
also want to add this mindset reframe. What if instead of asking what else can I do, you asked what can I keep doing? That's the shift from burnout to consistency. Okay, that's how you build something that actually lasts. We're not here to help you overhaul your life in a weekend. We're
Mhm.
here to help you build habits that hold up, even when life gets chaotic and crazy and overwhelming and beautiful, because it is, right? There will always be weeks when you feel tired, when you feel off track or distracted. That doesn't mean you quit, it means you simplify.
Mhm.
Okay. So, to wrap this up, here is your challenge today. We want you to drop a comment and tell us the one basic you're recommitting to this week. Even if you are like, I've been doing this a long time. You know all the Real Strong Mom basics. We are always recommitting to one basic a week. What is the one that needs the most attention from us? Whether it's water, movement, sleep, or adding more protein to your meals, call it out and claim it because we want to cheer you on.
Yes, let's bring back that newbie energy, the curiosity, the hope, the one step at a time type of vibe, because this is not about being perfect. I will say that loud and clear all the time. It's about being real and building a lifestyle that actually works in your real life. That's what we want for you. And if you're sitting there thinking, wait, what are these basics? Like what are you even talking about? Or if you're curious about the habits we keep mentioning, this is exactly what we teach inside the Real Strong Mom program. The basics are the foundation: real food, real movement, real life habits that feel simple, doable, and actually stick, and they actually work. And if you want to learn more about what that looks like, we've got a brand new link. Oh my gosh, that makes it easier than ever to see if RSM and the basics are a good fit for you. This just dropped yesterday, and I'm seriously obsessed with it. I keep clicking on it myself just to look at it. We'll drop it in the comments so you can check it out when you're ready,
Oh my gosh, I love that. Yes, yes, yes. You definitely want to take a peek at that link or more than one peak maybe this week. Okay. Because here's the thing. Not only do we have a special discount if you use that link to sign up right now, but we've also added some amazing bonuses to your registration. So whether your focus is nutrition, movement, or just needing some accountability to stick with your goals, we've got you totally covered. Okay. One other thing that I want to say is the reason that we threw this link out there really excitedly this week is because next week is a new month in our coaching club. So our coaching club switches over every 5 weeks, and it was just April switch over. I mean, April 1st was what, just a couple days ago. So our April month actually starts next Monday, which is I think the 7th. Okay. So new content always drops the Sunday before, so our ladies can get ready. And this is a beautiful opportunity for you to start fresh with us. Okay. You're not hopping in the middle of the month. You're hopping in right when we're starting fresh too, with new workouts, new monthly focus, just like so many new things. And it's just the best time. It's the best time for you to stop in. So stop in, join us. That's what I meant. What did I
stop in, whatever.
Stop in, pop in. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want you to go drop a comment. We'll be cheering you on and checking in later. And if you've been feeling a little stuck or frustrated, we hope this chat reminded you that with the basics by your side, you're doing better than you think. Okay, so we want you to stay strong, stay consistent, and we will talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
Take care.
Thanks, ladies.
Bye, Kelsey.
Bye.